Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to do another How Are They Holding Up video. And today we're going to take a look at the Maketoys Megatron. I wanted to hold off on doing this one until I got the DX9 one back. It's at my brother's house, and it's hard to get in touch with him to pick it up. But yeah, so here is the Maketoys version of the Megatron. And yeah, you know, there's some good things going on here, and there's some bad things going on here. There's, you know, but we're just trying to see how well this figure has held up throughout the years. There was that big, huge, you know, stink at one point where there's just so many Megatrons. I think he cleans up fairly well. He's got some extra plating back here that's just, it's a little bit of an eyesore. But for the most part, he looks pretty clean for what he is. And yeah. I know he came with an extra face to, like, there are a few extra faces. But again, you know, as I keep saying in these videos, I've put all the accessories away. I'm not going to dig them out for these videos. It's more about, like, how is the figure itself holding up as a whole. And then you could do your own research on whether or not that extra face or whatever is going to be that detrimental to make or break the figure. He's got a nice silver finish throughout the whole body. All the silver parts have this nice finish to it. He's got a little bit of red plastic. I don't think... I think there's a little bit of paint in there. Here and there. But for the most part, it's just bare plastic. Go on. Ty always waits until I'm doing a video to either take a drink of water like we've heard earlier this week, or pass by my chair and he has to wait until I move because he's afraid of the chair. It's weird. Alright, so posability wise, let's rotate the camera up a bit. Alright, so his head is on a ball peg. So get up to here, down to there, left and right, all of that works pretty well. Face sculpt is okay. I'm not going to sit here and say it's great. It's not. It's fine. Let me show you a good head sculpt. Even though from neck down I don't really like this figure, the head sculpt on this guy is just that much better. It's just that much better. So yeah, there's that. Shoulders out to here. They rotate on a ratchet all the way around. Bicep swivel bends at the elbow. Pretty good bend there. The standard older Maketoys style hands, so you get the rotator here. Fingers open and close, and then the pointer finger has its two individual ones. He also does have the slot to hold weapons. I can't remember if he came with a weapon or not. But, I mean, he's got the big cannon, so that's really all he needs. Waist. Is there a waist swivel? I thought there was. Nope, I guess not. And then the hip skirting can kind of move out of the way. This is a little bit more cumbersome in the back piece, but it does ratchet up and down. A nice solid ratchet there. Ratchets out to the side. Again, nice solid ratchet there. Thigh swivel, nice and solid, tight there. Nice tight knee bend. No issues there. Now, where the real issues come in are the shins, and I did a repair bay on this, I believe, but basically they didn't put the pins in tight enough originally, so you actually have to go in and tighten these pins by squeezing them together with like a pair of pliers. And the problem is, it's like if you put it down with any kind of force, he would just kind of like shorten himself up. So mine doesn't do that quite as bad anymore. But what it does do is these feet are fucking awful. I can't believe at any point, you know, we thought that these were good feet. So they have a joint in here, like a slider joint that makes them go in. If they go in, you're done. It's not standing up very well. They also have a rocker, or a tilt and a rocker, both of which are a little on the loose side. He's got these rubber bits here for extra stability on the back side, which is nice, but he doesn't have them up here, and this little slider for the toe doesn't like to stay in. So a lot of the times what mine does is that, where you set them up, and then is he gonna? If you don't have those feet just right and the legs just right, this guy is going to do a face plant on you. He's also got, you know, like this black here is also this big chunks of bare plastic, and you know, it's like little unfortunate. So yeah, while I do think it still looks good, it's got those build issues, and those build issues were there from day one. So how well does this guy hold up? Well, let's take a look at current prime. And I would say not well. I don't think those two look good together. Not really. Let me grab my transform element prime. And that looks a little better, but not much. The problem is that Megatron was never silver in the cartoon, and that really, you know, sticks out with this figure, is that he's very much a silver Megatron. And I get it, you know, it's like, okay, Megatron's supposed to be silver, but in the cartoon, because they couldn't do silver, they had to do gray. I get it. I totally understand that. I really do. The DX9 one, though, he was much more of a grayish color. I really need to pick that up for my brother to take a look at again. So, you know, the silver just, it doesn't quite fit with the modern primes. It would fit a lot better with MP10. Again, my brother has that one too, and I would like to relook at that. So if you got an MP10, I think this is going to look better, but if you got a more modern Optimus, I don't think this one quite works. And then when you put them next to, this is the KO whatever higher end KO Megatron, and the thing here is that this one looks better in a regular MP collection now because of the way the colors and stuff are, and the head sculpt, especially the head sculpt. But I hate this thing. I just can't stand it. I mean, yes, it looks like it should fit better, but it's just like, you know, you look at this thing and it's like, it's got these little plates here and here that are a little bit of an eyesore, but overall, you know, that just, you know, it's, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, you know, it cleans up just so much better than this mess. I mean, he's just a mess in the back. And this is that add-on KO piece to clean up the back, because the back is just a total shit show. This is just awful looking. You know, it's just... So it's like you have to get this piece to just make it look a little bit better, but then he's got this bigger backpack, and it's not great. The arms look awful. The back looks awful. The thighs look awful. I mean, I don't even like the way it looks from the front. He's got so many little panels and twists, and I don't know. I can't. I do not like this guy. And the fact that it looks like he's got like super long legs. Like, look at this difference here. Like, his legs go up to here. His legs go up to here. So his legs are, and they're almost the same size, but his legs are about that much taller than this one. I mean, it's just bizarre. I don't like the way this one looks. Like as a figure, but it fits better into the modern collection. You know, again, here's Optimus Prime. You know, these two look good together. They look like they could throw down. It's, you know, that part is good with it, but this guy, he just doesn't quite fit in. And most of that is due to the paint. Now, if they were to give like the black pieces this nice metallic sheen that this one has, and then take the silver and paint them that nice gray like this one has, and do a better face sculpt, I think that would improve this figure a bunch. But they also have to fix everything from knee down. Having to take this figure apart to squeeze those pins together, and that was from day one, and they've done nothing to fix that, is awful. I should not have to do that to a figure. You know, some figures require a little bit of TLC when you first get them out, but this required like full disassembly and altering of pins. And then the feet are garbage. They're absolute garbage. I mean, if you don't do it right, he ain't standing. And those feet will collapse themselves if you don't do it just perfect. And that's not how it should be. You know, here's the Transformer Element Prime. You know, I'm not doing anything with the feet. You know, I'm not... Here, let me just try and squeeze those out to the side. So, set him down. Guess what? The feet help you get him posed, and he's solid as a rock. You know, he ain't falling over. KO MP 44, his feet solid as a rock. KO MP 36, even with the metal shiny feet, solid as a rock. Maketoys Megatron. Now he's stuck Beeptron. Put down too hard and his legs collapsed. He had the wrong energy. Oh, some Energon makes you go bigger and some makes you go smaller, right? So it's like almost like Brawn here. So it's just one of those, is like, if they were to reissue this figure with better paint and better build design on those, like, just fix this pin issue here and tighten up these joints, like, make these things super tight where you're sitting there like, am I gonna break it? Am I gonna break it? Nope. Okay. You know, that's what they should do. You know, the fact that they're just loose enough that they're not holding together, and maybe add a little bit of rubber right here. You know, like you have on the heel, because that's a really nice touch. You know, throw a little rubber there, some nice paint, maybe some better hands, and not the new Maketoys crap hands, and a better head sculpt, and you might actually have a pretty solid Megatron here. But as it is, I would say this is one to pass. I think there's better options out there. I would definitely take a look at the DX9, which is one of those figures I will be looking at some point in the near future. I can't recommend the MP36, but I've said this before, and we've gotten 4 Megatrons right now, and some of them are close. I like this. I like the fact that this guy's a little bit bigger and bulkier than other Megatrons, but at the end of the day, I think we still need a good Megatron. I think we need a knockout of the park. Holy crap, this is Megatron. And I think 2 companies I would like to see do a Megatron. And one of which has already done one. But I would like to see X-Transbots take another to stab at it. With the way they build stuff now. Yes, their build quality isn't all that great, but the figures look amazing. So I think right now they could make amazing looking Megatron. And the other one would be Fans Toys. I think they could make a great looking Megatron. And for me, he's one of the very few characters in Transformers where I would sit here and say, he doesn't need to transform. I would like to have a Megatron, that it doesn't need to transform. Give me some alternate posing hands, some alternate sculpted faces, and just make a body that just looks amazing. And then have him come with a miniature Megatron gun that other characters can hold. That's it. That's all I want from my Megatron. Because when he transforms, it's not like Optimus can hold this gun that's the size of this figure. He can't do that. It's something I can hold, but it's a little bit big for humans. All the MP Megatrons are a little bit big for human guns. But at the end of the day, I don't think... I can't recommend this guy as is. I think if they did a reissue and fixed a couple things and gave it a new face, then maybe. And I wouldn't mind seeing that. But for now, I'm going to go with this is a pass. I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. He's not aged well at all.